God bless. I hope you all are blessed, having a blessed day. I was sitting outside today, and I was at my mother's house because you see the American flag. She's very patriotic. You see the flowers, right? You see the trees and a nice little landscape setup. But I was playing guitars, playing this song that I made, and I'll post that later. But the garbage truck came by, and it was a little noisy, and they did the garbage, and I don't know why. Maybe it's just the way that I think, the way that I process things. But I was watching this garbage truck driver and imagining how many levers and switches they have to actually hit in that truck in order to pick up garbage, and how effectively they do it. Like, they drive that truck like with second nature. They activate the winch or the lever and pick up the garbage and drop it in there. And it's a very fluid thing if you've ever watched a garbage truck driver. And then I thought about another thing, which is, how much does it smell in there, right? What does it smell like? Excuse me, the camera's acting crazy. And the last thing I thought about was, what type of person do you have to be to do a job that no one else wants to do, but is so needed? And then how much they get paid. That was the very last thing. But as I was watching this truck driver, this man's not grabbing his nose. This man's not, I'm assuming he's not complaining. And then I was like, well, if I was a garbage truck driver, I would want my cabin to be as clean as possible, right? Because you go around picking up the other people's discarded food. You may have dirty diapers. You may have a litany of things in that, people's old materials, and they just throw them out. But you have to be a very special person to go around and do the work no one wants to do, but it needs to be done, right? And I think in our society, we have forgotten that there are people who do the work that no one wants to do, and they never get the credit for it. And I don't think these people do it for that. I don't think a garbage truck driver does it because he's like, I want people to respect and appreciate me. Because more often than not in this society that we live in, people only appreciate materials. And I think that speaks to the degradation of our society, of humanity. We only do things for material gain. We only do things to be rewarded. Yeshua HaMashiach talks about this in the book of Matthew, when he references fasting. When you fast, you don't tell people that you're fasting. And if you do, then that is your reward. Other people knowing that you fast. But when you fast, you do it, and you only tell God, and you don't make yourself to have a sad countenance, but you anoint your face with oil, right? So that people don't think that you're doing anything. That is a garbage truck driver. They do their job, and people don't think that they're doing anything. Now, he drive garbage trucks, but think about how important that job is. Think about how important being a school teacher is. Think about these careers that we laugh at because they don't get to dress up in the most glamorous clothes, or they don't come in smelling like roses, or they don't make the highest amount of income. They're not on every social media platform. But those jobs where people receive their reward openly from the people, typically those people do the least for society. An entertainer is an entertainer, but they're not educating you, right? You see what I'm saying? Shout out to Fender, by the way, for this beautiful acoustasonic. Shout out to Leanne Havas if you are single, Miss Havas. And, I'm going to just shoot my shot. Anyway, I'm joking, or am I? Anyway, we don't think about that in this society. We do, but we don't. We complain about teachers not making enough money, but then we never appreciate the teachers, not just the ones who go in and have a desk and have an apple and have a nameplate, but the people who come to us and offer us life lessons and guidance and wisdom. We always complain that people are not doing the right thing, but when we see people doing the right thing, we never appreciate them. But the people who are salacious, the people who are covetous, the people who are greedy, the people who are liars, the people who are manipulators, the people who are adulterers, the people who are wrathful, the people who are murderers, the people who are snakes, who have venom like asps. Those people we glorify, we edify, we proclaim their names from the high hilltop like the Yeshua HaMashiach himself. But the people who do the right thing, we spit on them, we drag their name through the mud, and then we're surprised when people don't want to do the right thing. Why would they? Why would anyone want to be a garbage truck driver, even if they know how important the job is, when everyone who does this job gets spit on? Everyone who does this job gets laughed at, gets mocked to scorn. But this is a job that's needed. Imagine society without garbage truck drivers. Just think about it for a second. Look at New York. If you just had garbage piled up to the high hilltops, you would have all type of disease spread. You would have all type of societal collapse. Cars wouldn't be able to pull out their driveway because in America we overconsume because we're greedy. Why? Because we get told that we need to consume. We don't get told that that's enough. We don't get told you don't need that new car. We don't get told you don't need to keep buying new shoes when you have shoes that you haven't even worn yet. Are you a collector or are you a hoarder? There is a very fine line between those two things. The only difference between a collector and a hoarder is the name. You got 1,000 cars. How many can you drive at once? And then you have to keep maintenance on those cars. So now you're wasting money. 5 cars is max. As far as I'm concerned though, 5 cars is max. And I know which ones I want to. But anyway, that's a side note. We don't appreciate the things that we complain about not having. And then when we don't have them, we complain about not having them. Oh, humans are very paradoxical. We say that we want love, but then when love presents itself, see, love will challenge you to improve yourself. Love is not making you feel good all the time. Sometimes, most times, love will make you see who you are and challenge you to improve. But when love presents itself, we run away from it and we say, I don't want that. That's not love. That's what they say. Oh, that's narcissism. When somebody tell you that you need to work on something about yourself. Oh, you don't see it from my perspective. No, I do. That's love. We don't appreciate the people who love us. We appreciate the people who make us feel good. We don't appreciate the things that are better for us. We appreciate the things that make us feel good. We don't appreciate the people who do the thing that's needed. We appreciate the people who say that they gonna do it but reach in our back pocket and steal our money. We don't appreciate good people, and that's why we don't have any. Well, we do. They exist, but they hide themselves. They hide their faces. They don't want to do good no more. Because we killed that. Y'all thought y'all killed chivalry? No, y'all killed the spirit of God. You didn't kill chivalry. God is chivalry. You killed God. Obviously, you can't kill the Creator, but we try every day. When we tell a man who exposed his homie for cheating on his girl, nigga, you a fraud, bro. You my mans. You ain't supposed to do that. No, I am your mans, and that's why I did it. Because you ruining this person's life. You shouldn't have allegiance to wicked people. But how often do we do that? We have allegiance to celebrities, but we don't have allegiance to school teachers. How often do we do that? We have allegiance to politicians, but we don't have allegiance to garbage truck drivers. How often do we do that? We have allegiance to thieves, but don't have allegiance to the righteous. How often do we do that? We have allegiance to men who cheat on their wives, who beat their wives, who don't take care of their children, but the men who are telling us that we need to get closer with God and we need to stop being so sinful, we mock to scorn. How often do we do that? Yea, our people suffer, Father, for their lack of knowledge, man. It's crazy. It's not crazy, it's lunacy. is barbarism. It's the degradation of the spirit of man and the relegation of God to material things. Next time you see a garbage truck driver, shake his hand and thank him. Next time you see a school teacher, give her some money. Help her fund your child's education, right? Help her make the next generation better. Help him make the next generation better, right? Stop worshiping these celebrities who promote pedophilia, who promote hypersexuality, who promote substance abuse, who promote cheating, who promote lying, who promote scandalous activity, who promote all of these things that are detrimental to the fabric of a good moral fiber of God. Oh, how we love the devil but hate God. Man. Hey, again, shout out to Fender, man. Shout out to Fender, man. Because you know they stay making, look at this, man. Stay making good guitars, man. Right? Shout out to the people doing the right thing. It probably cost you friendships. It probably cost you relationships. It probably cost you peace. But you did the right thing. Keep doing the right thing. God see that. Don't be like them. Don't be like them who do wickedness and nothing happened to them. What they say, what is that? Hebrews 12, and God chastens whom he loves, and if he doesn't chasten you, then he doesn't see you as a legitimate son, but as a bastard. Shout out to Big Brother Paul. Don't give in. If you one of those people who are the metaphorical garbage truck driver, keep doing that work because it's needed. Right? Keep doing that work because it's needed. Everybody else who want fame and celebrity, but have no moral fiber, have no substance, have no God in them, no spirit in them. Oh, they have the form of godliness, but God doesn't reside in them. Oh, yes, them. Let them be. Surely, because if the blind leadeth the blind, they all go into the ditch. And they are blind. They see not, they hear not. Having eyes, they see not. And having ears, they don't understand. Shout out to Yeshua HaMashiach in that book of, what is that, Luke? You understand me? Thank a garbage truck driver. They deserve it. Thank them school teachers. Them sisters and brothers deserve it. Especially now, in this state that we are in, with these children behaving in the way that they behave. They are a byproduct of everything we failed to do as human beings. Not Americans, as human beings. Our children are a byproduct of our failures. And our successes. But more often than not, our failures. So make your failures small and your successes great. Make your failures so great that they look like successes, and make your successes so great that they look like they up there on Mount Zion with Elohim. The only way to do that is through godliness in that scripture and that word, so that our children and our grandchildren and our great-grandchildren and our great-great-great-great-great-grandchildren don't have to inherit our foolishness, don't have to inherit a society that hates garbage truck drivers. Anyway, peace and love, man. God bless.